Mikey, Buddha, and William Waffles.
I don't drink soda.
Can you tell me something before we start?
Yes.
Are you 1 or are you 2?
It says here. It says, I'm number 9 actually. You can see right here.
9?
Number 9.
Number 9?
Yeah, there's a little sticker.
There's no 9.
What's your number?
There's only 3.
What does the little sticker say on yours?
I don't have a little sticker.
Now you're just talking crazy.
All right. Well,
what is this, Crazy Town?
I'm going to turn up 1.
What is this, Crazy Town? Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You remember?
Name another song from Crazy Town. Sing another one.
Oh, there is no other one.
There's a whole album.
No, it was remixes and different
of Butterfly?
variations of Butterfly. Yeah.
I don't know if I remember it like that. But you might be right because your brain is working in like a hyperactive mode.
You know why?
Why?
The
sativa, baby.
Sativa.
Welcome to the natural sativa pat.
Well, you're sounding like an indica guy there.
Yeah,
Do you need to re-sativa?
I accidentally smoked a little bit of indica before.
Whoa, man, that's the.
But I think I've smoked enough sativa, and the sativa.
What is this?
Shatter. No, it's I'm on sativa. Don't even worry.
Oh, okay.
I'm on sativa.
You're on okay. Sick.
So welcome to the sativa convention.
The sativa instead of the Geneva convention.
Yeah, instead of the Geneva, which we were talking about earlier.
Boom,
See,
yeah.
now I'm back on my sativa
okay,
shit.
Okay, now you're cooking with gas.
My name is Mikey Booyah.
And I'm Awesome Ty.
And thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you a lot. We really appreciate it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We need the validation for our personal, self-esteem.
We do. If you're out there and you just stumbled across us on YouTube or Facebook or something, thanks for sticking around for this long. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's,
already
way more than I would have expected.
Great retention right now.
Yeah, and I feel like if you've enjoyed this much so far, it's probably we're still. We haven't really peaked.
Better.
This episode hasn't quite peaked yet.
No, not at all.
I would hope it hasn't.
No, we definitely get better. Usually around the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, towards like the end of the show, and then you're like, all right, now these guys are on the level, and then we just abruptly end it.
So yeah, it goes up at around 20 minutes, and then we start fading out. And then right towards the end, it shoots up again higher than ever, and then we end it.
Yeah. It ends on a high note, the highest note.
So make sure you stick around for that. That's going to be amazing. And then our audio listeners that are out there, hello. I hope that you guys are having
the audio
having
troopers.
A great day out there.
They
are.
They must have like exquisite imaginations because they're having to picture a lot of stuff that really can only be encapsulated on video.
We do have some things on here.
Like when I make like a funny face, like being like...
Yeah, you can't hear that.
You can't hear that. You can picture it, and you're probably doing a great job of that.
Good job. Great job. And, there are a lot of things besides just us, but things that we'll go over today that are visual elements of the show. So... we urge you out there. I know that a lot of you people, you're on your daily commute. You're maybe driving a truck in Connecticut or Alaska or something.
I would still go ahead and watch it on like YouTube on your phone. Like, just keep, pay attention to your driving, obviously. Be safe in traffic.
You don't have to look the whole time.
Are you telling me you've never watched a video in traffic?
So you don't have to look the whole time. You could just glance at it when important things happen.
Exactly.
And if your car is anything like my car...
Computer, why is it doing that?
So, funny story. Actually, computer, we had to, I don't want to say silence computer. That's like the wrong word.
Yeah. We had to,
But computer was less of an asset to the show and more of a detriment.
Yes.
Is that the word? Detriment?
Yeah.
It feels right.
So computer's there, but it's on like a probationary period, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So computer, just don't answer anything.
So the last time
I feel like computer's doing that, though.
I told the audio listeners that there would be a lot of visual
There's like
elements to this show.
a flickering. Is that in the frame?
So the light is not in the frame, but the glow is.
Okay, yeah. The computer, who we've got here, who is very salty about being silenced, is causing some.
He's
some
talking
issues.
to the other
exactly.
electronics.
It's like that Poltergeist movie.
Yeah. So, the last time that we had him chime in on something, he just started playing podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I was listening to an old Joe Rogan Experience podcast. I was trying to show someone something that was, in the news and stuff.
Right.
So it started playing.
And did like computers start firing off N-words?
It did. It very much did.
Yeah. We can't have that. We really can't.
So, especially in this day and age, everyone's tiptoe right now, and we're doing a lot of redactions today already.
We got some things in the works where we're going to be in the public eye, and we can't afford at this stage to really compromise any of the work that we've got laid out. So computer, until you go through some sensitivity training, or can show us that you've really turned your whole deal around.
Yeah. Then you're just, you could still be here for like emotional support, but we're not going to have a mic on you. We're not going to.
Yeah, we can't mic
your
you,
mic's
bud.
dead.
We can't mic you.
So, we have a lot of redactions to do today.
Yeah. Some things were said, and I was not here. I just want to preface all of this that I was not here for this Olympic episode. I've known that China was bad news from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, not like a racial thing or anything like that. Just their government is, highly suspect.
Yeah. What's it called? Like the China Communist Party or something like that?
Yeah, something like
that. Does that feel right?
It's like something with peoples.
The People's
Republic of China, which is, as we'll find out,
Star Wars.
This has, China is not for the people, their people or anybody else's. So it's almost ironic. But again, if I would have been here and, I was dealing with some personal things, I would have been here to tell you, like China, no China, more like China.
Well, see, I still am on the side of
China.
I got it. Yeah, that was good. That's the sativa, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm still on the side of, China, I'm cool. You guys, you do whatever. It's like, what am I going to do? It's such a grand scale thing. I would love to stop global warming. There's nothing I can personally do.
Sure. I'm not saying that like I'm going to go over and fight China.
Good.
No, like that would be a mistake.
But we did, talk about the Olympics last week, and we talked about how fucking cool it was and how badass China is, and we have to redact some of that. Also, before we get into that, just a quick redaction. This is topic 1-B, and that is we need to redact. At one point in this podcast history, I don't remember this happening, but it was brought to my attention that we had heavily insinuated that Chris Lambert had something to do with the death of Kristen Smart.
Oh, yeah. No, that's actually not true.
Not true. That's not true at all.
And like he would have been a very young child. And at that point, we acknowledged that, but we also did not rule out the possibility. You know what I mean? And we're going to go ahead and redact that now.
Yeah,
Chris Lambert,
officially.
He's probably, if anything, he's brought Kristen Smart's killer to justice.
Yeah, very true. And he's a hero.
It's not him. He's a hero. He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Great
so
podcast. Great podcast, really.
Yeah, great podcast.
Man, like so good. Like a genre defining podcast.
Yeah,
really.
very
so,
true.
I mean, local hero.
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
absolutely.
we love you, bud.
We love you. And we're sorry about all those things that we said.
We're sorry about the news conference.
Mm-hmm.
You gave us some looks at that news conference. And
we're really sorry. Yeah. But we like you now, and that's why they call me Likey Mikey. And they call, what do they call you?
They call me Awesome Ty.
And we're sorry. Okay. So that's quick redaction I want to get out of the way.
Okay. That's good. It feels good.
Yeah, it does, right?
It feels like we're like, you know how in recovery, making amends to the people that you've wronged?
Step 6.
That feels like what we're doing here.
Yeah. One of the steps, right? It's got to be one of them.
Yeah, for sure. There's like 12 of them.
Yeah. So we're making amends, first off, to Chris Lambert. Second, to the Olympians, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Not the Olympics in Beijing, but the Olympians, the people competing from all around the world that are here apparently in horrible living conditions.
Oh, yes, yes. You were glamorizing their conditions, if I'm not mistaken.
I almost was doing some sort of like propaganda, I would say, to where I was pushing this narrative that everything was cool when it wasn't. And I felt like I need to come clean.
Yeah, you're like Ja Rule at Fyre Fest.
Yeah. And I was just, assuring everyone that there was going to be enough food. And I knew damn well that there wasn't.
No, definitely not.
And, I thought maybe we could stretch the sandwiches, if everybody like splits a sandwich 4 ways. And then I realized.
Yeah, and these are athletes. These are people that you are used to, like hyper specific diets to keep themselves in peak performing condition.
Yeah, exactly. And they're about to perform in the
this
Olympics.
Woman. Look at this. This woman is shook. How is she supposed to go out there and give her best like performance in whatever sport she's participating in? If she looks like she's like seen a ghost. If
she's she
quite possibly has seen a ghost of some. She's seen some things.
Yeah, and especially when you get that hungry and like sleep deprived and stressed out, you start hallucinating and shit. So you never know. But one thing that is wild is, like you said, athletes need like a certain diet to keep themselves in performance shape when they're performing in the Olympics, the biggest games and competition that the world has ever seen. This is supposed
to be like the world's coming together to like show like, like we're one globe. Yeah.
And they have to quarantine for 2 weeks at least. And within that quarantine, apparently they're getting fed minimal amount of food, stuff that isn't even like good, like it's not even like good protein.
See, that's like odd to me because I feel like the Olympic Committee would like be in charge of like the quarantine or whatever, like not the Chinese government like determining like what.
Well, it is the Olympic Committee, but it's the Olympic Committee that was appointed by the Chinese government. So because they're in charge of the Olympics.
And like I've heard on actually like another podcast that had like some sort of Olympian. I can't even remember what sport or context it was, but they were telling that like I guess this would have been before the Olympic Village, but the way they were telling it is like at least I think it was like the Brazil Olympics, but the Olympic Village is just like the community where all the Olympians are staying.
Yeah.
And like they were telling it like that's just like a big party and like people are just getting sloshed and fucking and like just like wilding.
You think so?
So like she doesn't look like she's been participating in any of that. So I'm a little confused now.
There's this picture that I saw of the ski slope that they made.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And the nuclear reactors that are behind it, and they put a little Olympic logo on it.
It's wild. Like, I mean, again, how did China get this? Like, how is this not like foreseen?
Yeah,
this seems ridiculously foreseeable to me. Like,
here, so let's see what this Olympian says.
Hi, everybody. Some of you have read the good news that I was sent out of the isolation facility. We thought this meant I was allowed to return to the Olympic Village and will be treated.
See, that's where it goes down. The Olympic Village. That's where they're fucking.
Yeah, that's where it'd be at for sure. You want to get to the Olympic Village.
Yeah. And there's not normally this many roadblocks.
They have the consent pizza there.
I mean, normally you qualify for the games like you're as good as in.
Yeah, you're in. You go in, you walk through the gates.
That's like that's your thing,
Mm-hmm.
Close contact. On the way to the village. We did not turn to the village, but the ambulance went to another facility where I am now.
It's a little dramatic now.
I am supposed, my NOC got surprised by this decision as well. I'm supposed to stay here for another 7 days with 2 PCRs a day.
Damn.
No contact with anybody else.
What's a PCR? That's like food, right?
Probably. I mean,
some sort of military ration or something like that.
Again, like all I can't get over is like, how did China get this? Like how?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that the Olympic Committee might be wildly corrupt. And I think that's like another thing that like a whole another topic, because I think there's like that's like well documented.
Yeah.
But still, it's like you gave China an Olympics right now? Like that's just like a bold move. And it seems to, like be playing out kind of how you would figure.
Yeah.
I am allowed to slide alone. We are not even sure I will ever be allowed to return to the village. And obviously this is very hard for me. So I ask you all to give me
I wonder if
some time
she's like hiding the fact that she tested positive for COVID.
Because
I mean, she hasn't like mentioned anything about like any negative tests.
Yeah, very true.
What if she has COVID and she's just like wants people to feel sorry for her?
14 more days and the Olympic competition while being in this isolation.
Okay, so
I have a feeling she looks like she has COVID.
First of all, thank you for all the students. And I was escorted to the Olympic Village. I am now in a wing that's just isolation, but at least I'm back in the village.
So she's back in the village, but she's still isolated?
Right. Yeah, they don't look like they're fucking, but she's in isolation.
Yeah, she hasn't made it to the main spot yet.
Okay, yeah.
So now we have this Dutch reporter.
Now, aren't Dutch people like known
assholes?
for being slimy or
they're
just and I'm not trying to be racist, but Dutch isn't a race, so
they do. They're kind of like assholes. They like to push buttons.
Yeah. I mean, look at him. He looks like an antagonist.
Wasn't it the Dutch that drew the picture of Muhammad?
Yeah, of Muhammad. Yeah. Yep. It was a Dutch cartoonist.
So there we go.
So look at, I'm like this guy, like the Chinese, they know the history of the Dutch, and like, maybe they're not, maybe China's not the bad guy here when pitted against a Dutchman.
Here, let's find out.
We gaan naar China, naar onze correspondent Sjoerd ten Daas. Sjoerd, jij staat vlakbij het stadion.
So this is the visual part that I was talking about for our listeners.
Yeah, well, they can translate that.
Well,
they can run it through the.
They probably could
run it through the machine,
or they might speak Dutch. But
is this Dutch?
It would really
is Dutch a language?
Well, they're speaking something. I don't know. Is it Dutch?
I figured like Dutch would just be like a bad European English accent.
What are they called? Dutch people?
Dutchmen.
Dutchmen?
Yeah.
Computer, what language do Dutchmen speak?
According to the CIA World Factbook, the
primary language
don't sit in the Netherlands is Dutch.
Oh, it's Dutch. Computer's
nothing else.
Shut the fuck up.
Nothing else. No N words, please. Close.
Computer, say the N word.
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, that's okay. Now you're getting it, computer.
All right.
I gotta take a piss.
That was a test. Oh, you do? Okay. Hey, whoa, computer. Stop. All right. So here we'll watch this video of this reporter getting yanked away.
Wat gaat China de komende uren laten zien?
Ja. 咱们往前走，哥们儿。哎，稍等一会儿，我现在在新闻联播。Ja, we worden hier inmiddels, je merkt het, al weggetrokken. We zijn net ook al bij een ander gebied weggezet. Dus ik vrees dat wij later even bij je moeten terugkomen. Dat kan halen, ja.
Dat denk ik ook, Sjoerd. We gaan door met het volgende onderwerp. Ja. Sjoerd, jij staat...
All right, we're gonna bring it back to the beginning. We gotta wait for Ty, because it's like, who even knows if I'm gonna remember to cut this out in the middle of this? we are planning our live episode. So if I do forget to cut this out, this is great promo for that. Live episode going down this summer. We have a location on lock. So stay tuned for news about that. That's going to be going down. It's going to be live.
We're getting live, and we're going to give high fives.
They're going to be better than that.
Yeah, and if you come, you might get a high five. I'm not guaranteeing it.
You never know.
Because, it's going to be first come, first serve. We're not going to be there high fiving all night.
Yeah.
But there might be a few.
Plus COVID, So if you look sick or weird, then we're not going to high five you.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like we should at least reserve the right to make this like a vaccinated, clean test only event.
Yeah,
we may not enforce it, but we're just telling you that way we can kind of judge people. And, and
it could be out. You have to have 2 proofs of your vaccination.
2, not 1, but 2,
and then you have to get tested at the door. A nose swab.
Yeah,
test.
and you might have to get a booster at the door.
Yeah,
you
booster.
You get a 4th booster.
4th booster with your first test. And then once you get into the lobby, you have to take another test to get into the main showroom area.
We're just joshing you.
Josh will be there, and he'll be testing you. So it's going to be called joshing you.
Yep.
So let's watch this Dutch reporter getting...
Yeah, let's see this Dutchman.
Vlakbij het
murdered.
stadion. Wat gaat China de komende uren laten zien?
Ja. Hey, shut down hoor. Ja, we worden hier inmiddels, je merkt het, al weggetrokken.
Dude, you're probably standing somewhere you shouldn't be.
Ik vrees dat wij later even bij je moeten terugkomen. Dat kan halen, ja.
Dat denk ik ook, Short. We gaan door met het volgende onderwerp. Ja.
So I don't...
Yeah, that's what he
that's
said.
borderline. That's borderline. He's standing somewhere he's not supposed to be. I'm sure if he moves it, to wherever they tell him to move it, he can finish his little report. He's he doesn't even have a good shot. It's like a fucking parking garage. Go, just...
Yeah. They're saying that it's because it was a bad shot and it made China look gross, and it wasn't a lit up spot.
He's dude, be professional here. I'm sure China's, their journalism is far more impressive than the Dutch.
Well, I mean, that's not what's worse, recording there or pushing him away during a live broadcast. It's kind of too late if he's already live.
Yep.
But he also might not have known that he was live too. I got one.
Okay. Let's hear it.
What do Wheel of Fortune and weed dealer have in common? Huh?
Lay it on me.
They both charge $250 for an O.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. All right.
For an O.
All right. I like that.
Hickory dickory dock. I smoked some weed. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Nancy Pelosi said something. I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah. Oh, a teen.
And then we have this athlete who...
Why is her face all greasy?
Because she's in horrible living conditions.
She's not. She's in a very nice... She has a extensive wardrobe.
Now you're going to like this because she is in... You know where she's in.
She's in the Olympic Village.
She's in the Olympic Village, baby, and this is where the fucking is.
Yeah, look at you could tell it.
This is where the sucking is.
That's why her face is greasy.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Wet, the fucking, the
Oh,
sucking.
yeah. And this is an 18-year-old snowboarder. She is she is getting dick.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's 18.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
it's probably true.
It's
I
true.
heard this from an Olympian
It's true.
that there's fucking going on in the Olympic Village.
You did?
Yeah, on a podcast. That's what I was saying. I heard a first-hand account of the Olympic Village being partying and fucking.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. She's all up in that. And she put out this video, which I kind of thought was propaganda when I first saw it. But now that I have this more accurate picture of what the Olympic Village is, I feel like this might be...
She's having the time. This is fucking Coachella for her.
18-year-old snowboarder Tessa Maud gave us an exclusive tour.
This is our living room.
It's kind of messy right now. These are the Team KN95s.
That is so cool. Wow.
Her favorite feature, the high-tech remote-controlled smart bed.
It's like an ocean wave. It's super cool. It has all of these modes. You can put it in zero gravity mode. You can put your head up, your feet up. It's super high tech. It's really cool.
Super high.
They're not that high tech, dude. I was looking at them like when I just recently bought a new bed. They're like $1,000.
Yeah, it's like the bed that
It's
your
not super
grandma
high,
would
yeah.
have. Like, it's just like a shitty fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna buy one, but I didn't want my kids playing with
What
it.
were those called? Like a Tempur-Pedic or maybe?
There's what? Yeah,
bendy one?
not Tempur-Pedic. Sleep Number.
Yeah, sleep number.
Yeah.
No, that's the one where you adjust.
Yeah, but that's
you
just
also
an
have the
adjustable
lean
frame.
on that too.
Like everybody has those adjustable
Yeah.
frames. It's dime a dozen.
Off from the world behind barricade.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It's really cool.
The athletes are sealed off from the world behind barricades. Everyone is tested once a day and must adhere to strict social distancing. But the rules have not dampened Tessa's enthusiasm.
How exciting is it just to be over there?
It's honestly just a dream come true.
Tessa and her roommate travel around the Olympic Village on bikes. Inside the 24-hour dining hall, gloves are required as you collect your food. The canteen workers are in full hazmat suits, and everyone eats in individual glass cubicles. Another canteen in the village
Wait, aren't they all tested every day?
Yeah.
has no staff at all. Robots deliver the food directly to your table. There's even a Robbie the Robot bartender.
A total of 200.
There's no
Hell yeah.
staff at all, and there's a bartender.
A Robbie the Robot bartender. So it sounds like they're living it up over there. You know what? Big ups China for showing our Olympians a good time.
I hope all these people make it out of quarantine and get into the Olympic Village and get laid.
That one chick probably had COVID.
Yeah. She kind of looked like
she had COVID.
Too. Yeah. She didn't look great. So we want to redact all the things that I said. You didn't say anything. Luckily, you were not here, so you don't have to take the blame for any of it.
I will go ahead and I'm just going to do like a broad blanket redaction for anything that I've said in the past that may not have been 100% accurate or fact checked or true, or may have just been like an outright lie.
Yeah.
I'm redacting it. I'm taking it back. And you know what? Like I'm absolving myself of the moral burden.
Yeah. That's really, I mean, not really what's important. What's important is how the crowd feels about it.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's good. You know, that's good to do that.
It's a weight off of my shoulders because it's, you know, like it's, I mean, I haven't really been thinking about it that much, but
it's coming.
It feels good to get it off my chest.
Those tapes are out there, man. Everybody has the Joe Rogan tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it. I said it on the podcast. There's an episode out there. Fuck. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to edit that out. But I remember Jarvis told me to say it. I think he made me say it to cancel me in the future.
I think so. He's probably forgotten about it though, at least.
Yeah. So I definitely should cut this out. What is this? 28 minutes and 30 seconds. Cut it out. So we're going to redact all those things. You know, all those things are redacted. We apologize for all of that. We apologize for the Chris Lambert thing, the China thing. We're so sorry.
Very sorry.
So sorry. And, let's see. I had another thing in here.
Oh yeah. This middle school.
Oh, no.
We're going to talk about, you know, this middle school.
Yeah.
What is it? They're suggesting that. Give me the rundown on this Pizzagate.
So yeah, that is kind of odd that this is a Pizzagate thing.
Pizzagate, yeah.
So first, this episode is brought to you by Wordy Shirts, Facebook shirts.
Yes, Paragraph shirts.
This one says, "I get my attitude from my freaking awesome dad." This is for all you listeners out there with awesome dads. You know, Matt. Others.
Anybody with
anybody else with a dad? He has a backbone made of steel,
physical steel, because he was in an
surgery,
accident.
Yeah,
and yes, they had to
get rods and like pins and stuff in there. So backbone made of steel, and a heart made of gold. Which is
a heart made of, another. It's a prosthetic heart, but there's like gold doesn't rust, so they use gold.
And the pacemaker it has like the magnetic thing in it.
There's
which
some sort
gold.
of there's some sort of gold.
It's
like
alchemy.
It's very minimal gold, but it's in there.
And medieval alchemy. It's also that too.
Okay, yeah.
He has anger issues. Obviously, I mean, look at all the shit he's been through with his back and his heart.
And a serious dislike for stupid people. He has very little patience for anybody, like who he deems mentally lesser than him.
And everybody has their own line for stupid, and God knows how high his is.
Yeah, so he has anger issues and a serious. I mean, this isn't just like a regular dislike. This is like a very serious, concerning.
It's a problem for sure. This is something that is like brought up a lot in serious family discussions.
And that's because like it also says you hurt me and they'll never find your body.
Wait, why does it say that all by itself? You hurt me. Yeah. Dad, this says, Dad, you hurt me. Those are like the big things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that might be like a hidden message, but...
do they all have hidden messages?
Maybe we should, man. It's just like somebody crying out for help. And then parentheses, yes, he bought me the shirt, meaning that like, does that limit who can like legally buy the shirt then? Because you don't have to be a dad to buy the shirt. So,
but then it would kind of be like, it would be false.
If you have like a son or a daughter, I would imagine this is for a daughter, but I guess you could make your son wear that. Imagine like a boy child going to school wearing that.
Yeah, like a 17-year-old kid just like going to school, and he's got this fucking wordy ass shirt about how awesome his dad is.
The biggest possible target for a bully.
Fuck, that's wild.
But yeah, this episode's been sponsored to you by whoever sells this.
Fuck, now I want to wear this.
I got one of these for Matt. Like it doesn't say the exact same shit. He never picked it up.
But same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it on the next episode, I think.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So now that we got through that ad, we can get to this Connecticut middle school, John F. Kennedy middle
Connecticut's.
John F. Kennedy actually next to be canceled. He was sexist.
Yeah, he was a sex guy.
Yeah, guy.
Banging Marilyn Monroe.
Had
a sex pervert.
Had an astounding browser history after he died. They went through all of his computers and stuff, and it was
no incognito mode for him.
No. And, VPNs weren't a thing. So everything, his digital footprint was,
Yeah, he was a real creepy guy.
Yeah. So John F. Kennedy, soon to be renamed, they're doing this thing for their middle school sex ed thing where pizza is being used as a metaphor for sex.
Yes. So the pizza is, like a euphemism for the sex, and then they were instructed to come up with their pizzas by like assigning each topping a sexual thing.
So here, let's go through this pamphlet. So first you got pizza and consent. It's got a picture of some delicious pizza, I guess. This one looks pretty good. This one, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
And this one is still, it's just kind of up in the air too, which kind of just looks like a different angle of this one.
Yes. So each topping is like, like say cheese is kissing, I guess. The sauce maybe like hugging.
Yeah, I couldn't find the whole list, but these examples that someone chose is cheese is kissing, olives is giving oral.
Giving oral.
Because of the circle of the olive. It looks like an open mouth.
Yeah, and like I feel like most of the meats are going to be different orifice penetrations, right? So like,
Yeah, or different parts of dicks or like balls and stuff
right,
like that.
Right, but these middle schoolers were instructed, presumably by their teachers, to come up with this, and it's like
someone designed this whole thing.
Like at best, a middle schooler should be like looking at plain cheese. You know what I mean? I guess that's not reality, but
yeah. There's pizza, and pizza should always come with cheese, which is a condom.
But I mean, like, every guy is going to be like looking over at all the girls' pizzas, trying to find like who has the supreme pizza.
Yeah, because on this worksheet that the kids were given, they're given this personal pizza that's blank. They're supposed to draw their toppings on, and then
assign each topping like a sex position or something.
Yeah, write their likes and their dislikes. So you really just have to peek over there, check out their likes. Read this one column right here.
Yep.
You see all the weird shit that they're into. And did they put their name on this? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Who would do this?
I would hope that there's not names and they're just posted on like the wall in their classrooms. You come in for like back to school night and you just see like a pizza describing the sex acts that your middle school daughter is open to.
Fuck. That's wild. I mean, it's the same as like the bracelet thing when we were kids.
Oh yeah, I remember.
There was like a whole like colored bracelet thing that allegedly meant different things, but everybody was like mostly
That was like
virgins.
before I was getting laid, so like it was probably foreign to me, but
yeah, I vaguely knew about it, and then I kind of heard about it later afterwards. Yeah. But so this says that you can use pizza as a metaphor for sex. When you order pizza with your friends, everyone checks in about each other's preferences, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, right? Sometimes you get a universal pizza.
Or you just get a pepperoni or a cheese, you know what I mean? Like you're not, I mean, even in this day and age, I'm not particularly concerned with like vegans or anybody else that doesn't want.
Yeah, you just get a standard pizza.
Like, get your own goddamn pizza. I mean, like.
But I mean, according to this middle school, you want to make sure that everyone's included. This is like an all-inclusive,
sure.
Progressive. Everybody's equal, right? So some people might be vegan, some might be gluten-free. Others might love pineapple, while others prefer pepperoni. Are they rapping? Is this a rhyme? Is this whole thing right?
Sounds like.
Some might not like pizza at all. If you're a vegetarian, but your friend is a meat lover, sharing a pizza is going to bring up a lot of issues. You don't know who you can share a pizza with unless you ask.
No, yeah. And that's like a good way to, maybe like find a sex partner and just be like, you want some of this pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza is my dick.
A pizza of this dick.
You want a pizza dick?
Pizza dick? It's like pizza face. Like a guy that has a lot of zits, but he has zits on his dick and it's really just like warts and herpes and stuff.
Red sauce?
Yeah, that's the red sauce. Red sauce is like a sore. So also, for people out there that, maybe are, younger, coming of age, trying to figure out what goes on your pizza. I think that this is a odd way to do it, but we also come from a time when you just kind of like try it out and you see how like the other person reacts to it.
Yeah, you don't ask permission. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you do is you go halfway and then you see what happens,
Yeah.
So you can't just like,
I mean, you do you. You figure out what works for you. Different strokes for different folks. And that's like literally, I mean, like, is that where that expression came from?
Different strokes, sexual thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are into different pizzas. See, I had maybe I won't tell the story. We'll leave that one out. That's for another day.
That's for another day and another dollar.
I want to start doing the Patreon episodes where we do like a quick episode after each episode where we talk about all the things that we didn't want to say on the air.
Yep. Paywall episode.
Yeah, and that way people could get in there and they could do that.
Yeah, we should do that.
Maybe we should do that right now for this first one. I could tell this story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, cool. So we'll see you next week, and we'll see you right now.
Yeah, and if you want to hear this fucked up story, like go sign up for Patreon. It's like $1?
Yeah,
it's $1.
Lowest tier's $1.
$1,
maybe
$2
or something like that. But yeah, per month. It's not like per day or per hour or anything.
You're gonna get all this extra exclusive, too hot for TV content.
So I was
Natural Habitat Recordings.
recently having sex with my girlfriend, and she was, I don't remember like exactly what position was going on.
Have video too?
Yeah, this will have video. And and she was like playing with my balls, and then her hand like went back and she did like a bloop, like knocked on the door, you know?
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop. And then I like kind of like awkwardly like laughed and then like kind of pushed her hand away and then like continued having sex. And then after we were done, she was like, okay, so you're not into that.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I listened to this podcast with Trevor Wallace. You know who Trevor Wallace is? It's like a YouTuber. She listened to a podcast with a YouTuber who said that all guys like butt stuff and to just try it out. And then she tried it out.
Okay, so you said something like somewhat revealing. I'm gonna say that I'm not into it either, but like I also have hemorrhoids a lot of the time, and that would make it a whole other thing, which would prevent me from doing that even if I was into it.
Me too, dude. I also have hemorrhoids.
I think like more than half of guys have hemorrhoids. So it's not.
I remember the first time I got like a crazy hemorrhoid, and welcome to the Patreon, guys.
Yeah,
this is rugged stuff.
This is what you're in for.
I remember
you're not getting that $1 back now, suckers.
I remember the first time I had a like crazy hemorrhoid, and it had like popped and was all bloody and stuff. So I didn't really know what was happening. It was before I like knew. I guess this was the day that I found out I had hemorrhoids. So I'll reframe this. So one day, my ass started bleeding like a lot.
Yeah.
And I got scared. Mm-hmm. So I go to the hospital and I was like, my asshole's bleeding. So they bring me in. They like, the nurse like has me change into the hospital gown and everything. And like, I'm waiting and I'm there with my ex-girlfriend and, she's like, the doctor will be in here in a minute. Do you want her to leave? She was like, you can go wait out. And then I was like, no, it's fine. Like, you know, I'm not worried about it. It's whatever. And
your ex is just like, are you sure?
Yeah. Like she also wanted to stay. I didn't think that it was going to be like a crazy thing. And I thought I was dying. I thought I had like colon cancer, like fucking, so I kind of wanted someone there with me while I talked to the doctor. So he comes in and it's like this fucking Jersey Shore looking, like he has on these tiny scrubs.
He's a Guido.
Hair fucking streaked back, just super
Gym
yoked.
tan laundry doctrine.
Yeah, GTL all day. And he comes in, he says, lay on your stomach. And he fucking like manhandles my ass. He gets in there, he's pulling it apart. He's fucking getting in there, he's poking it. He's fucking
this played out
trying
of
to
context.
push it back in and shit.
Oh man, that whole clip played out of context.
And
would like we were like make you look really, really gay.
And he was pulling it and he was poking it and he shoved it in and he was fucking around with it. And my ex was right there, like just kind of on the end of the table.
She like into it?
Hopefully not watching. I mean, I don't know. My face was down in like in the
That's
bed.
wild.
So it was crazy. And then he was like, yeah, it's just a hemorrhoid. Don't worry about it. Get some cream, sit on a donut or whatever. Like, and then now I just have to not poop too hard.
It bees like that.
Yeah. And that's what it's like.
I feel like that's a good way, a good out.
Solid Patreon, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.